So this is my Chinese Grand Prix preview for the Chinese Grand Prix this weekend. Obviously, round 2 out of 24 races in the Formula 1. Well, at the moment it's 24 races, but that will probably be trimmed down with obviously what's happening in the world right now. But the Shanghai International Circuit was purpose-built for the 2004 Chinese Grand Prix and represents the Chinese symbol for Shan, meaning upwards. The track features non-throwing corners, including this spiraling opening sequence and a 1.2 kilometers basket. It is one of the longest on the Formula 1 calendar for 2026. There will be 4 straight mode zones, including the 2 previous DRS zones on the pit and back straight, as well as the ones from turn 4 to turn 6 and turns 10 to 11, with 1 free practice session on Friday morning, understanding how best to approach the circuit, especially with these 2026 machineries, will be a challenge for these teams and drivers. They are 2 long straights, the one that crosses the start finish line and another between turns 13 to 14, which is over a kilometre in length. There are 4 straights on modes 126, enhancing overtaking opportunities on the pit straight, back straight, turns 4 to 6 and turns 10 to 11. The track length is 5.451 kilometres. The race distance is 305.066 kilometres. Number of laps is 56 laps. Number of corners is 16. The tyre allocation: hard compound tyres is C2, the medium compound tyres is C3, and the soft compound tyres is C4. Lap record 1 minute 32.238 by Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari in 2004. Pole position last year in 2025 was Oscar Piastri with a 1:30.641. The fastest lap was Lando Norris in the race with a 1 minute 35.454 in the McLaren last year. The winning strategy from last year was starting in the mediums and finishing the hard compound tyres at 1 stopper. Number of safety cars last year was 0, but that could well change. Could change this weekend potentially. The UK schedule for this weekend is another early morning one. The only practice session, 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning on Friday the 13th of March. The same day, sprint qualifying 7:30 to 8:15 in the morning. Then the day after, Saturday 14th of March, sprint race starts at 3 a.m. and finishes at 4 a.m. and the qualifying on the same day, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. While on Sunday, the 15th of March, which is this Sunday, the race starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. So my predictions for this weekend, I don't start off the sprint predictions. I actually think the sprint will be completely different to the actual race because it's different setups from the sprint to the actual race for me. And I do think Ferrari did well last year, didn't they, in China? Obviously, we saw Lewis Hamilton win the sprint race in China last year. And I do think Ferrari may have a bit of an advantage in terms of the sprint format this season. But in terms of the actual races, that's where I think Mercedes will just dominate, in my opinion. Unless it's wet conditions, then I think that will be in the hands of Ferrari and Max Verstappen, for example. Especially with this new machinery as well. So the sprint pole, I don't think Charles Leclerc. And for the sprint prediction, for the 8-point scorers, I don't think Charles Leclerc to win the sprint race. Max Verstappen to finish second, Hamilton to finish third. I think Mercedes may struggle in the sprint for me. So I'm going to go for Anthony in 4th, Russell in 5th, Norris in 6th, Piastri in 7th, and I don't go for Limpard to continue his great start to the season as well. But when it comes to the race, I do think Mercedes will have the advances in the race, and especially with how the Chinese Grand Prix is. I think it suits Kimi Antonelli. There's a lot of slow corners, isn't there? There's not slow corners, so it suits Kimi Antonelli for me. So I actually think Kimi Antonelli will qualify on pole, and I do think he'll win the race as well. Kimi Antonelli. I think we're going to see this a lot this season, where George Russell will win some races, but Kimi Antonelli will win some races as well. A bit similar to last year with the two McLarens as well, where it was split between Norris and Piastri, wasn't it, in terms of race victories. So I think it's going to be the same with Antonelli and Russell here. And I'm going to go for Antonelli to win the race. And it'd be so good to see Kimi Antonelli get his first win in Formula 1 as well. So I still don't go for a Mercedes 1-2. Antonelli first, Russell second. I think Max Verstappen will finish third. I think he may have the advantage of the Ferraris in terms of the race for me. Leclerc fourth, Hamilton fifth, Norris sixth, Piastri in seventh. Like I said about McLaren, I just win McLaren Mercedes 2.0 from 2022 for me, where they did put everything into trying to seal that Drivers' Championship, and it does put them on the back foot against the other three teams, Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. So they may have to take a bit of a hit this season, McLaren. Isaac Hadjar to finish in 8th. I do expect Hadjar to get in the points this time, after back-to-back DNFs in Australia in back-to-back years. Oi Berman will continue his point scoring for me. Oi Berman, he's a race driver, isn't he? And Haas seem to have a race car as well, don't they? Qualifying, they're not really up to speed in qualifying Haas, but when it comes to the race, same with last year, you just knew Haas were done being the points, weren't they? And finally, I'm done for the Olympiad to also store points in the race as well as the sprint race as well. So that is my 2026 Formula 1 Chinese Grand Prix preview. Obviously, my predictions may change. I don't think I'll have time to do predictions after both qualifying sessions, as it's very early in the morning. Very early in the morning. I may do a race prediction after qualifying on Saturday because of the UK schedule, but I can't guarantee I will do a sprint race prediction after sprint qualifying, because far too early, isn't it? Far too early. So, well, actually, I might do a sprint race. I might do a sprint race prediction as well after sprint qualifying. It's top case. Depends on my schedule for videos, isn't it? So, but yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions going into this Chinese Grand Prix this weekend down below in the comments. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I do love the Chinese Grand Prix track. One of my favourite tracks ever in Formula 1 for me, especially when it's chaos, isn't it? It's chaos down to that turn 1, that bendy turn 1 as well. So, and that long straight as well. So we will see a lot of overtaking as well. So, but yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts down below and your predictions down below in the comments. Will it be back-to-back race victories to start off the season for Mercedes? Will Ferrari have an answer and a response after Australia? Will Max Verstappen get off the mark? Because you can never count on Max Verstappen. So, but yeah, we know down below in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video.